Two bros chilling in the hot tub.
You the twos and we the ones? Well, you are the biggest two of them all, my dog. That's what you are. You are a giant number two.
I have to ask you, is Jordan Love overrated or underrated?
I see people ranking him as as high as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and I just do not look at him as that. Right now, I think
Rate him top 5. He's overrated for sure.
I think he is a really good quarterback. He's top 10 in the NFL, but I think with how much he's a little overhyped, I have to say overrated. Just for the fact that we haven't seen him really show up in the biggest of moments. The only playoff win that has for his career was a terrible and awfully run Cowboys team. So unless he can really get it done this year, I gotta say overrated.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Two Bros Podcast. As always, I am Bryce, and I am joined by...
Hey guys, I am Matt. I'm still getting my voice back after, 5-6 Easter gatherings for church, so be patient with me. I'm going to sound a little rough.
Yeah. But we have a big show planned for you today because we're going to play 2 games. One at the end, and we did one last week that we're going to continue, but we're going to do the NFL this time. But I'm asking the question this time, and Kendall's going to answer. But we're going to start with the NBA Stat Game, or Statpad Game. So if you don't know what it is, if you haven't played it, basically the Statpad Game is you have to pick a year, and it's going to give you 5 categories. And you have to pick the best year for each of those players on that team. So today is 3-point made. So it's from 1980 to 2026. There is the NBA under 15 points a game from 1980 to 2026. There's the Southwest Division this year. There's the NBA under 70% free throw percentage from 1980 to 2026. And then we have OKC from 1980 to 2026. Since it's 1980 to 2026, it will count Seattle. So
how about this? You start with San Antonio.
San Antonio, I'm going to do Patty Mills. In what year do you think we should pick?
Oh, God. When did he play for them? So these were their title years they went, right?
Hold on, it's behind. I can't see it.
Is it from 10 to 13?
Tim Duncan was there. He retired in 2016, so Patty Mills was there, I think, until like 2017, 2018, or 2018.
You want to do like 2012, 2013?
We'll do, if that's the case, we're going to do Danny Green if it's 2012, 2013.
Well, it's giving us the years. We can choose.
Yeah. We'll do Danny Green in like 2012, 2013.
2012, 2013. Submit. It's pretty good, I guess.
What is you can click on who the best was.
Julian Champagnie.
This year, Julian Champagnie? We were 1 year off for Danny Green, or 2 seasons off for Danny Green.
You know what? I'll take it. All right, so we're going to go from any team under 15 points per game. I mean, we have to have a deep pull here, right?
Huh.
When it says, so do we have to guess, the most?
Yes, it's the most. It's the most. So that's why Julian Champagnie was this year.
15 points per game.
How
about we come back?
It has to be for this. It has to be for the season they did it. So let's averaged under 15. Wait, does that? Oh, under 15 for the career. Yeah. So they could.
But let's come back to that. Let's do the Southwest Division for this year. Part of me thinks, do we go Julian Champagnie?
I think we have to go Julian Champagnie because I think no, there was somebody better. Shepard.
Reed better. Oh, I forgot about Reed Shepard. All right, so now let's go to the Thunder. Let's think about
all
in
time
history. I mean, my first thought is, did JJ Redick ever play there?
No, he didn't. Anthony Morrow. It was an Anthony. What year was Anthony Morrow shooting like 45% from 3 or something?
He only played a few years. We need to think about what year.
It'll tell you what year. It'll tell you if you click on a year that it wasn't that year, but it also counts as a wrong guess. I think 2010.
I don't want to do a wrong guess.
Yeah.
What?
I think 2012, 2013 is too early.
So what are you thinking, like 2015, 2016?
I think 2015, 2016, or 2016, 2017.
I just think there's players with more for the Thunder.
Who do you think?
I mean, my mind's looking at like, God, there have been some good 3-point
Kevin
shooters.
Martin when he was on the Thunder.
Wait.
Duh! Oh my God.
When did he play for them?
He was there because he was traded for Gary Payton in the 03-04 season till 06 to the 06-07 season. He was
Do we want to go
Boston.
05-06?
He was traded to Boston before the 07-08 season.
Do we want to go for 05-06 then?
I think so. 05-06 is a good one. Or yeah.
Oh, God, that was not great. 05 or 05-06.
Oh,
No, that's amazing. That's still fantastic. Ray Allen. How did we almost forget Ray Allen played there? Wait, Russell Westbrook. That's surprising.
Wait, did we get the Ray Allen year?
Yeah, we did. We got the best Ray Allen.
We got second for that one.
Okay, let's go back to the 15 points under 15 per game.
It can't be Jamal Crawford. I think he averaged too much.
Jimmer Fredette.
Jimmer, no, I don't think it's Jimmer.
I didn't have.
I'm looking at JJ Redick. Maybe did he average under 15? He did average under 15 for his career, but what year are we doing? It's got to be.
I mean, I would think his Lob City years. Probably his final few seasons when he played for the Clippers, right?
I would say, what year did he go to Philly?
I don't know.
Because he was.
Was he there with Jimmy Butler?
He went from Orlando. He spent a half a season in Milwaukee, then went to the Clippers. Then he got traded to the Sixers. Or then he signed with the Sixers. And then he went to the Pelicans.
I'm not going to lie. I think we run the years he's with Chris Paul because, I mean, you have a facilitator like that. He's setting him up for threes.
I think you got to go 14-15 or 15-16. I think 14-15.
14-15? Okay,
15-16?
You say 15-16?
You think 15? Or do you say 14-15 or do you say 15?
I'm fine with 14-15.
I think either one is a good one.
Not great. Buddy Hield, of course. Dante DiVincenzo, yeah. I mean, look at 3 times Buddy Hield's on here. Okay, so the under 70% free throw is going to be tough because a lot of guys who shoot under 70% free throw are not great 3-point shooters. My first thought's a Paolo Banchero.
Does he shoot under 70? Wait, Russell Westbrook. What year was it for Russell Westbrook? Because that's the answer.
Okay, so it's Russell Westbrook 2016-2017.
It's got to be Russell Westbrook 2016-2017. Or 2016-2017.
You think he shoots under? No, he shoots over.
What?
I really think Paolo Banchero might be our option here.
Paolo's he's a terrible free throw shooter?
I wouldn't say he's terrible, but he's not very good. I mean, we've already used a guess. Why it wouldn't hurt to use Paolo.
That's true. I think 24-25 Paolo. No, 23-24 Paolo.
I think you're right. Oh, wow, okay. I was wrong. Who else is a bad free throw shooter?
That is a really good 3-point shooter.
Is Clay? No, Clay's a good free throw shooter.
Andre Iguodala is a terrible free throw shooter.
But what about 3-point shooting? I mean, we can try Andre Iguodala.
What year we do?
I mean, I would say his Warriors years. They're probably years.
Either his Nuggets or his Warriors year. His Nuggets year?
I think we go 2015, 2016.
Yeah, I'm fine with 2015, 2016.
He's over 70%.
What the hell?
All right, let's lock in. Let's lock in.
Oh my God.
Who could not be under 70% free throw shooting? DeMar's around 85.
He's a good free throw shooter, terrible 3-point shooter.
Sean Livingston? No, he was not a great 3-point shooter.
No, he wasn't. But he was a good free throw shooter.
Yeah, you're right.
Draymond?
Huh.
It's got to be the 15-16 year.
That's what I'm running with as well. All
Chris.
right. He's over 70.
World. Is Julian Champagny a bad free throw shooter?
I don't think so. I'm thinking of a person. I don't know how accurate they might be.
This is insane.
Okay, so what about? I'm trying to think.
Was Rasheed Wallace a terrible free throw shooter?
I don't know. But I don't foresee him getting any 3-pointers.
What about Jermaine O'Neal?
I can try.
Sean Marion?
I think he was probably.
He was too good of a free throw shooter.
I would say his earlier years probably.
I would say like 03, 04, 04, 05 Jermaine O'Neal.
Let's go 0304. He's over 70. Let's go one more guess, and if not, we give up on it.
The obvious answer, I think, is a bad free throw shooter. That's a terrible 3-point shooter, but
I don't mind Damon Stoudemire. He played too long to be a below 70% free throw shooter.
was there's a really
Garnett.
what? I think KG was too good of a free throw shooter. What about Giannis? Why do we not think Giannis? I feel like it's Giannis.
So these were his best seasons. So maybe like
What of his MVP years? He has 2.
2?
He won 2 straight.
Was it these?
He won
22?
in his. I think he won in his finals year and the year before.
When was this? He won in 2020, right?
He won in 2020, 2021, and then 2019 and 2020 were his MVP seasons.
I think we go 2019 to 2020. All right, you know what? I'll take it. Antoine Walker, Blake Griffin. Oh my gosh, Blake Griffin.
Oh, we
sold really bad. These JJ Redick and Giannis sold us big time.
Oh, God.
We're gonna do that again another time.
Yeah, we're gonna do it next week too. I think we just do it every week now.
That's interesting.
We can also do other sports because they have the NFL and MLB too.
You're gonna be a lot better than NFL and MLB.
Yeah, I was struggling with the MLB one big time. Okay, now we're going to move into the NFL because there's some NFL news. The first one is the Texans exercising the fifth-year options of C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr. C.J. Stroud is due $25.904 million in 2027, and Will Anderson Jr. is due $25.512 million. What do you think of this?
I think those are both pretty obvious decisions. Even though C.J. Stroud struggled the last 2 years, he is their franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
There was no doubt in my mind. And Will Anderson's a top 15 defensive player in the NFL, so there was no way they were not going to pick him up.
Yeah.
I think both no-brainers.
I think he's a top 2 or 3 edge rusher in the league right now, and then you get a franchise quarterback. You keep your franchise quarterback around. Say what you will, C.J. Stroud haters. C.J. Stroud is the Texans franchise quarterback. It is not easy to replace a quarterback, and other teams have seen that. So I'm glad the Texans are sticking with C.J. Stroud. Even though I hate the Texans, I'm glad this is a good move for them. But next, 3-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence has requested a trade from the Giants. And I don't know, some people may think that this is a ploy to get a contract. I don't think... Some people think he's not actually requesting a trade. He wants a bigger contract, and he's trying to use this as leverage.
I don't foresee the Giants trading him. He is one of the centerpieces of their defense. I foresee, if anything, Kayvon Thibodeau is going to get moved. I think they're going to end up giving him more money, which is what he really wants out of this. But I just don't foresee them actually moving off of him anytime soon.
I don't get the whole thing if it's legit. You get a new head coach who has won before, and you get a head coach who's going to bring you stability, and now all of a sudden you want out of town. Not you didn't want to leave with all the dumpster fire that was going on from 2019 to 2025. But now that they get a new head coach who's looking like the bright side of their team, you want to out. I don't know if he actually wants out. He wants a new contract. But next, Kirk Cousins signs with the Raiders on a 5-year, $172 million deal with the Raiders. 1 year and $20 million are guaranteed and contains a club option for 2 years and $80 million. The Falcons are paying Kirk Cousins $8.7 million. The Raiders are paying him $1.3 million and will pay him a fully guaranteed $10 million roster bonus for 2027.
Yeah, I think he's a great pickup to mentor their future draft pick, Fernando Mendoza. I think they are very similar play styles, so I think that he is going to be beneficial in a lot of ways for Fernando. And I think also we saw that Kubiak kind of admitted he's not a fan of starting rookies right away. So to have him over an Aiden
we saw that clearly last year in Seattle when they drafted Jalen Milroe and had Sam Darnold. But I think they made the right move, honestly. Jalen Milroe, I think, is going to be a good, solid starter one day. Not right now. Not today.
That's Darnold's team.
It's Darnold's team. I don't know. I don't buy the whole Fernando Mendoza not starting day one thing. I think Fernando Mendoza will start day one. I do think having a guy like Kirk Cousins is the right move. Granted, I don't like Kirk Cousins. I think he is not really a great quarterback. But this is a great move for a team that needs a mentor behind Fernando Mendoza. You can do a whole hell of a lot worse with having Kirk Cousins than having Kirk Cousins as your backup quarterback, mentoring
I wholeheartedly agree.
Rookie quarterback. Alrighty, so now we are actually going to do our first baseball segment of the podcast, because in the, 6, 7 months we've been doing the podcast, not once have we talked about baseball other than a quick little blurb last week about our terrible teams. But the Pittsburgh Pirates are doing something absolutely baffling and signing the number one prospect in baseball to a 9-year, $140 million deal after being called up and making his debut last Thursday and playing 5 games when I wrote this. Batting 176 with 0 homers, 3 RBI, and 2 runs scored. He was walked twice and struck out 4 times. What do you think of this?
I understand a lot of people are going to sit here and talk about how does not deserve this. He's young. This was his first 5 games in the MLB, in the big leagues, the best of the best. Let him settle in. This is something the Pirates don't do. They don't sign young talent to long-term deals. So I think this is a great move. I hope this is something that we might see Skeens getting a big contract, because I think he's a staple of the city. So I think this is awesome. I would love to keep talent out of the Dodgers' hands, if I'm being honest.
But that's exactly what the Pirates didn't do. They did not keep Paul Skeens away from the Dodgers. Because if you're fully sold on a prospect to build around, and you haven't signed your 2-time All-Star pitcher already, Paul Skeens, and a Cy Young last year, to a contract extension, but you sign a guy who has played 5 games, 5, to a 9-year, $140 million deal, and he very well may deserve it down the line. 5 games is entirely too early. He's 19 years old. He will be good. This is entirely too early to sign a contract for a guy already when you have a proven superstar pitcher in Paul Skeens who you will not pay yet. I think this is setting up for Paul Skeens to be on the way out next season, or possibly later this year. And he's going to be a Dodger.
I really hope that doesn't happen, to be honest.
Dodger.
We'll have to see.
Okay. Now, the Cubs starting pitcher, who is now a second-year pitcher, Cade Horton, will miss the rest of the season after undergoing elbow surgery. And this is huge because the Cubs pitching rotation outside of Cade Horton really is not great. Shota Imanaga has struggled to start the season. I know, because I have him on the baseball team. He has not been good for me at all. The Cubs are a team who need pitching right now because they don't really have much else. They let Kyle Tucker go to the Dodgers. So they needed their pitching to stay healthy. And it's not a good look for the Cubs to be dealing with this injury right now. And we're starting to see an uptick in the injuries because we have to get the pitch clock. We have to make pitchers pitch faster. We have to we're going to have to start enforcing an innings limit where pitchers can't. They've talked about pitchers pitching a minimum of 6 innings regardless. Even if they're struggling, they have to stay a minimum of 6 innings. And I hate this. I hate that we're seeing the young stars get hurt because of the uptick in velocity and the slower time in between pitch counts to where the pitchers can't rest their arms as much. I hate this.
Now, so obviously I don't watch much baseball. I am still getting into it, but I do agree. I think anytime you watch a young talent go down, it's really hard and it's really bad for the sport. So I do hope he has a speedy recovery. Obviously, we'll see him next year, and I think he'll be back better and better than ever.
And we look at the young all-star pitchers who have got hurt over the last few years. Chris Bubich got hurt last year, missed the rest of the year. Spencer Strider missed all of 2024. He came back in 2025, got hurt, missed most of the season in 2025.
Even Shohei.
And Shohei just started
years ago.
Last year. Yeah, well,
years ago hurt.
They stopped his pitching in the off-season elbow surgery and didn't pitch for a season and a half with the Dodgers. But now he's their pitcher 5. He's the Dodgers starting pitcher number 5 right now. But we're starting to see an uptick of injuries, and it sucks because Bud Selig is doing everything he can, but he's doing the wrong things to make baseball more entertaining for the not huge baseball fan, for the casual viewer, that they're not going to want. They're going to watch baseball, but the hardcore fans are going to watch anyways. But I don't think the pitch clock is the right thing that's going to help improve baseball. I don't.
I think pretty much everyone disagrees with that. I think the pitch clock has been amazing. Something that makes baseball more watchable. instead of your 6.5 hour games, you can get out of there in 2.5 to 3 hours. And I think that, sorry, not everyone wants to spend their entire day at a ballpark. And I think you have to recognize that, like, the idea of sports is fast paced. Baseball has never been a fast paced game, so this is helping it to speed up and to catch up. And I think it's awesome. Yeah, injuries are going to happen no matter what. That's just part of the sport. The amount of pitchers we've lost to Tommy Johns over the years is crazy. So I think you can't put this on the
We've seen
pitch
an
clock.
uptick because of the pitch clock and the higher velocity.
I just don't think you can put this holding on the pitch clock. That's just where I'm sitting at with this. Now, we have something fun. The MLB has dropped City Connect jerseys, so we're going to be going through and ranking them from left to right in this image you're about to see.
Okay.
You never load.
We love
So,
technology.
we have below, we're going to start right here and then move our way over. Bryce, why don't you go ahead and give us your view on it?
The which one? We're starting at the left?
Yeah, Texas.
I hate the Rangers one. I hate it. I hate it. And I get do you know the Tyler TNT content creator?
No.
He's a Dolphins fan and he was reacting to these today and he said Tejas. It's Tejas.
That's Tejas.
I get it. I still hate it. I don't like it. It looks too much like the Reds uniforms, or it looks too much like the White Sox City Connects right now, which are some of the best City Connects in baseball. It literally, the White Sox ones, if you haven't seen it, it's literally the Chicago Bulls. That's what it is.
So at the end of this, you're going to rank them from 1 to 8. For 8
Okay.
to 1. Right now, obviously, there is no rankings. Bryce, what about the Brewers?
You know, I don't really like this. Their Brew Crew one was a million times better last year. Their Baby Blue Brew Crew one was a million times better. I don't like this one either. I don't know why the Brewers went away from the Brew Crew one. I don't.
Interesting. All right, Bryce, how about the Padres?
You know, I actually really like this. So they can do a whole lot of losing in the playoffs in this City Connect jersey. So
Okay. What about the Royals?
I hate the Royals, but I absolutely love these jerseys.
I was going to say, those are fire.
I love these jerseys. Even though I hate the Royals, I can't deny that this uniform is incredible.
And the Reds.
This one's the worst one. It's the worst one. I hate it. It's got pinstripes, which I don't care about pinstripes. Pinstripes are baseball. They will forever be baseball. I don't like the look of the C on the jersey.
All right, the Orioles.
I'm going to say my joke right now. With how much I like these jerseys, this jersey, the name on the jersey is very fitting, Be More, because they could be more of a baseball team instead of the joke that they put out year in and year out. But I do love these jerseys. I do love these uniforms. I stand corrected. This is the best new City Connect jersey. It is. I still think there's one City Connect jersey that's better. That's my bias kicking in. But I do love the Pirates one. I think it is the best one that they've unveiled this year.
Here's my question. Will your bias affect the Braves?
I'm telling you that right now.
All right, so if you have to give these a ranking from 1 to 8, where are you going to go?
Well, 7, because I'm not counting the one all the way on the right, because it doesn't
Of course you
count.
have
They're
to.
not natural. They're 8 because it's the Braves. I'm not giving them
8.
7. 7 might be the Reds. I think 7's the Reds. 6, I think, is Tejas.
Okay.
5 is the Brewers.
That makes sense.
And now we get to the good ones. I think the Baltimore one is 4.
You know, there's a lot of history to that, by the way.
What, the Be More?
Yeah, the whole jersey itself. When I was talking to a coworker of mine, there's a ton of history in this jersey.
I know there is, but it's I think the Padres one is 3. Only because there's absolutely no title history coming out of that city at all. There will never be any title history coming out of that city. 2, I think, is the Royals. I love the Royals. And then 1, it's the Pirates. I do think the Pirates have the best one. And it's not even a discussion. It's not even.
I think I would have put the Royals number 1, to be honest.
Would you have the Pirates too?
So for me, it would have been Reds, Rangers, Brewers, Braves, Pirates, Orioles, Padres, Royals.
The Pirates.
I'm struggling with a hat.
I
And the yellow belt and the yellow like knee stripes, I struggle with that. I think the jersey itself is fire.
I could wear one of these jerseys right now. Although, did you see the prices from the Paul Skeens?
It's insane, yeah.
Paul Skeens Pirates City Connect is $450. I just looked at this today.
The Adley Rushman is $200.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. I'll just stick with my.
I really like the Padres.
I'll just stick with the best
color scheme.
I do think the ones they had the last few years were better. The Padres ones they had the last few years were better, but I do like this one. The Padres don't have bad uniforms. They never do.
They always have such good colors.
They lose in style. So.
All right, coming from a Phillies fan, it's ironic.
2 rings, 2. They've won. In my life. Alrighty, now we are going to talk March Madness because both of them happened this week. One of them happened 3 days ago. One of them happened on Sunday on Easter. UCLA women's basketball blows out South Carolina 79-51 to win their first national championship. What is your takeaway on this game?
You know, honestly, I gotta say congratulations to UCLA women's team. They showed that there was no one on their level this entire tournament. I feel like every time we heard about them, they were just handling business. So yeah, good on these ladies. They did a great job and they earned it.
Yeah, they did. They did. Jaime Jaquez's sister. Jaime Jaquez was there to watch his sister win the Natty.
Congrats to the Hawkeyes.
His sister did something that Jaime Jaquez can never do in a UCLA uniform, and that
is the Jaquez family. Then
yeah, it's pretty cool to see your sibling win something. But yeah.
This next one's about to pain you to say that. I'm so excited. Bryce, tell us who won the men.
Hold on.
I don't know why he does this. It's midnight. It is midnight here. I don't want to be up with him doing his shenanigans. You know what's funny? I'm a Penn State fan. So for him to do this, it's also a slap in the face to me.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the Michigan Wolverines won something. The Michigan Wolverines will never be the Buckeyes. They won't. They're not even.
How many March Madnesses? How many times?
I'm pretty sure they both have 2 because Michigan just won their second.
But when was Ohio State's last one? And how far did Ohio State even make it in this tournament? Didn't your bracket die game 1?
Literally game 1.
So Michigan took down UConn 69-63 to win their second ever national championship in school history. This pissed me off to no end because I had Arizona winning it all. And because Arizona lost to Michigan,
Ohio State won one in 1960.
I lost our bracket, so a little pissed off at Michigan here. But congratulations to them. Once again, another fantastic team. Really just held their own against some of the best teams in the nation. You know, in my opinion, it always came down to Michigan or Arizona. So whoever won that game was going to win the Natty. But since Bryce is acting like a child, we're going to move on to the WNBA portion.
Okay, so I think I talked about this one on... I did talk about this one on TikTok. But the Chicago Sky trade All-Star forward Angel Reese in a 2028 first-round pick, a 2028 Angel Reese and a 2028 second-round pick swap to the Atlanta Dream for a 2027 first, a 2028 first, and a 2028 second-round pick swap.
Yeah, for me, it just sounded like the Sky just wanted to get younger. They wanted to... younger. Sorry, not younger. They just wanted to focus on their future. And I think that Angel Reese is such a talented player that you kind of knew she needed to be on a win-now team. So I believe this is a chance to give her a chance to win some games, but also for them to just rebuild.
They made the playoffs last year. They made the correction. They made the playoffs each of Angel Reese's 2 years on the Chicago Sky.
They're not ready.
Here's my thing. I just did a WNBA, a fantasy WNBA league that I'm in. Angel Reese went 5. If you can't build,
Bryce, you can't focus on fantasy as the reason why players are what they are.
No, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that Angel Reese is right now a top 5 WNBA player right now. And yes, does Angel Reese possibly take shots just to grab rebounds? Yes, but you cannot deny the talent that Angel Reese has. Angel Reese is one of the greatest already WNBA players we have ever seen in its young history. There's Angel Reese, or there's Asia Wilson, there's Caitlin Clark, there's Lisa Leslie, Elena Deladon, Candace Parker, and then maybe you have to have your Angel Reese conversations. I think maybe. No, wait, I'm forgetting one. Diana Taurasi, Sue Bird, Skylar Diggins.
You don't put Kelsey Plum above her?
Kelsey Plum hasn't done enough yet, but I do like Kelsey Plum. Maya Moore, that's another one. And then I think maybe you have to have your Angel Reese conversations already. But
look, I just hate saying this. The media circus that comes with her, it wasn't worth it to Chicago.
But when this is...
You and I are both agreeing. I think Angel Reese is a very good player.
Right now, this is the Luka trade of the WNBA. That's what this is.
No, it's not.
You're right, because the Chicago Sky got more. But
Sorry, I'm trying to see if this is a chip in my laptop.
This is super baffling for the Atlanta Sky. And listen, come here. A lot of you WNBA women's athlete haters right here. Come on, come here. I see a lot of you saying right now that you could beat Angel Reese in a game of basketball. Angel Reese would show up in a game to 21, let you score 20, and you would not score again. She would beat you 21-0 after she let you score 20. You would not stand an absolute chance. This is one of the best women's basketball players on the planet. You would get destroyed, and she would beat you without even trying. Rant over. But I just don't get it. I don't. I just don't get this for the Chicago Sky. I don't get why they would do it. They were a team who were in the playoffs last 2 years, and they had the second overall pick. They still have Camila Cardoso, Angel Reese, and now I don't know what they're going to have. Well, they had Angel Reese. I don't know what they're going to have now, but... Well, they have Dejanay Harrington, too, who's another Reebok athlete as well as Angel Reese. But now we are going to move on to the NBA because another component of the 65-game rule needing to be abolished happened on last Thursday because Luka Doncic suffered a hamstring injury during a 139-96 loss to the Oklahoma City Thunder and is out for the rest of the regular season and may miss more time. Oh, but it keeps going. Austin Reeves injures his oblique in the same game and will miss 4 to 6 weeks. Oh, it also keeps going. LeBron James injured his foot in the 134-128 loss to the Dallas Mavericks on Easter, didn't play last night against the Thunder, and is doubtful to play in the Warriors and may miss the rest of the regular season.
He's playing, by the way.
He is?
Yeah, he has 26-7-11 right now.
Wow.
And they're winning 109-87.
Wow. Okay.
DeAndre Ayton has 21-5-1 and a block.
Hey, DeAndre, I see you.
And Bronny James has 7 points, 1 rebound, 2 assists, and 2 steals.
Okay. There we go. Looks like the future is...
They are dominating the Warriors right
Good.
now. The Steph Curry-less Warriors.
Good. Okay, what is your take on this?
You know, I feel bad for them. Obviously, you and I have talked endlessly about this off podcast. We both agree Luka shouldn't even have been in the game at that point.
No.
It was already over. Like you could have had the writing on the wall. The game was done for. There really was no point to have him out there. And then to lose Austin Reeves for 4 to 6 weeks, because Luka, who knows, he could power through and play a little bit. Well,
Luka is what's it called? He's in Europe right now, trying to get
him. And they're both getting injections.
Way earlier.
They're actually both Luka and Austin Reeves are getting injections in Spain right now. LeBron, most likely after they win tonight, I do foresee them sitting him for the rest of the season. The seeding's not going to move. Let him.
Actually, they could go up to 3. They actually could.
I don't think they care enough.
Yeah, I don't.
No matter what, if they move from 3 to 6, they're in a very similar matchup. No matter what. The only hope is maybe if you can move it to 5, you're not going to have to face Denver right away, who is on fire.
Even if you stay at 4 or 5, you're not going to have to play Denver right away.
So if you can go to 4 or 5, you don't play Denver. And I think a win tonight does put them in the 5 seed. I may be wrong. But I think the smartest move they're probably going to do is they're going to sit LeBron the rest of the season because you're going to be heavily relying on him for the entire first round.
Yeah. If they win out, they can go 53-29 and potentially be the 3rd seed.
But you don't want to risk losing LeBron, the only thing that's going to hold you in this playoff.
I want LeBron to sit the rest of the season and let them just go 51-31, and I would be happy.
They're going to win tonight. They can lose out the last 2 games.
I'd be happy with 51-31. But did I write Steph Curry coming back at all?
No, I don't think you did.
Well, he returned to action on Sunday, and he dropped 29 in a loss to who'd they lose to?
It's midnight here.
Who'd they lose to again? But anyways, I didn't look that. I thought I wrote it. It turns out I didn't. But they lost. Oh, I think it was Chicago they lost to.
They lost to Houston.
Houston. They lost. Yeah, because Steph Curry missed the game.
Steph Curry came off the bench. He had 29, 2, 4, and a steal.
That's right. He missed the game winner. But now we're going to talk about this draft class because this draft class is incredible. Cooper Flag scored 45 in the 134-128 win over the Lakers on Easter and has now scored 51 and 45, 2 games, back-to-back games, and has 3 40-point games in 2026 and 4 40-plus games this season and has more 40-point games than LeBron James before turning 20.
I mean, he's for real. And I'm really excited to see what his next season's going to look like when they probably pair him up with Cameron Boozer.
Yeah.
Or Devonta. I think there is no way we don't see him take a step into a top 20 player in the league next year. Obviously, we've seen sophomore slumps before, but Cooper Flag looks like
he's a generational scorer. He's a generational scorer.
I think what's interesting is he's going to have this crazy of a season and probably still not win Rookie of the Year just because we watched Con Knippel break the all-time three-point record for the rookies and is now the all-time three-point record for the Hornets alone.
Yeah.
This is watching how generational of a draft class this could end up being. With Con Knippel, Cooper Flag, VJ Edgecombe, Dylan Harper, Jeremiah Fears, Derek Queen, and the list goes on and on.
Yeah. Speaking of Jeremiah Fears scored 40 last night and is the youngest guard in NBA history to score 40 points in a game. This draft class is absolutely incredible. You talked about Con Knippel already breaking the three-point record. We talked about Cooper Flag having 4 40-plus point games this season. VJ Edgecombe has had a 40-point game this year. Derek Queen is looking like a building block. Jeremiah Fears scored 40 last night and is looking like a potential building block. Dylan Harper is playing incredible. That's just...
Even Maxine Renault.
Ace Bailey is turning it around. Ace Bailey is starting to play well. Trey Johnson is playing well again.
This draft class is outstanding.
Maybe Jeremiah Fears doing this and Derek Queen playing as well as it is kind of softens the blow of the Pelicans not having their first round pick this year. I get you want having a top 3 pick, but if you can come away in one draft with Derek Queen and Jeremiah Fears, I think you're looking pretty good.
And I think that the Pelicans have to recognize they have a lot of talent that they can move.
They can trade Zion, they can trade Herb Jones, Trey Murphy.
I'm thinking like a Jordan Poole,
Missy,
Trey Murphy.
Jordan Poole. Yeah.
I think you can get a later first round pick for the two of those combined. Sadly, they didn't benefit on Herb Jones when his value was the highest.
Value was tanked.
Which would net him 2 firsts. But you're right, Herb Jones can get you a first round pick. I think if you keep Zion on this team, let him kind of help these younger players go along. Zion's only 26 years old. This team could be a fun team to watch in about 3 to 4 years.
Or if they could stay healthy and they trade a bunch of the guys, I could realistically see them making a jump next year to be a much better team next year than they were at this point.
Is a team where their record doesn't show their talent at all. DeJounte Murray is still on this team, who I think is a very good veteran piece. He's one of those guys who doesn't come off as an ego. He just wants to play basketball. If he can stay healthy, he is going to really help develop this team. I think the smartest thing they did actually was moving Jose Alvarado to give Jeremiah Fears the most minutes they have.
And we're starting to see that the future is probably now in New Orleans.
He's ready.
Well, the future has to be now because they don't have a first in the 2026 draft.
But he's ready.
He is.
Clear as day.
Well, Derek Queen might still have a little development, but Jeremiah Fears is ready now. 100%.
I think you can get a later draft pick for the two of those combined. Sadly, you didn't benefit on Herb Jones when his value was the highest. Which would net him 2 firsts. But you're right, Herb Jones can get you a first round pick. I think if you keep Zion on this team, let him kind of help these younger players go along. Zion's only 26 years old. This team could be a fun team to watch in about 3 to 4 years.
And we're starting to see that the Pelicans He is. And that was their own pick. So they didn't have to give up anything to get him. Had they have drafted Derek Queen with their own pick and then traded to get Jeremiah Fears, I think people would have looked at this differently.
I don't think Jeremiah Fears would have been there.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. He wouldn't have. But next, our last NBA topic, because the Bulls are moving on from GM Mark Eversley and EVP Arturas Karnisovas. About time, but it is too late. The Bulls are this team that are always 2 years too late to make the right move. We can credit them for making the right move. We can also discredit them for saying this move came 2 years too late and you get absolutely nothing. Because they were Zach LaVine. They could have moved on from Zach LaVine 2 years ago. They could have moved on from DeMar DeRozan 2 years ago. They could have moved up from Kobe White 2 years ago, Lonzo Ball 2 years ago, Nikola Vucevic 2 years ago. But they have all left in the last season and a half. Oh, Patrick Williams is never going to be able to get off this team and
the only move that I think this team could be like looked at as smart for making is picking up Josh Giddey.
Yeah, because they traded almost well maybe
They did a clear swap. There was no first rounders given up.
Maybe because they traded for a piece that immediately won the Thunder a championship.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I think if you look at this, Josh Giddey's significantly younger.
I think
Caruso's he is gonna lose of his development. He's gonna get slower. I think they made the best decision for their future, and I think this firing of their EVP, it just shows that they're ready to rebuild. This guy obviously did not have their future in mind by holding on to aging talent for so long. I think, honestly, if I'm being real, I think really what lost him his job is how long Zach LaVine stayed on this team for.
Yeah.
Not even just
Nikola Vucevic. No, and the fact that they traded a lot of these guys and didn't get more than their own first and a bunch of seconds back. They traded Zach LaVine, got their own first that they traded away back. They traded Nikola Vucevic, got seconds for it. They traded Kobe White, got a second for it. They traded a bunch of guys and got seconds for it.
I think your biggest mistake trading this year was to try Jaden Ivey, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because now
they really kind of looked at it as hey, he can be a building block with how young he is,
Yeah.
and he's already off the team. Obviously, we know what's going on with Jaden Ivey. We're not going to dive into that at all.
we're not.
But the only genuinely smart move this team made is Josh Giddey. And you're right. There's a lot of people questioning that move as well. So this makes sense. These firings had happened.
And even with Rob Dillingham had a good game the other night. He had 26 2 nights ago. So maybe that's a potential guy. But they did give up Ayo Dosunmu. They did give up Ayo Dosunmu and only got a second-round pick back.
In my opinion, the best move from this season was Anthony Simons, and they're barely giving him any play time.
Yeah, he's also hurt right now. So, but I think everybody's hurt right now in the Bulls because they want higher draft picks.
It's such a clear tank job by the team. It's about time. I think
actually this is a fair tank job. Like the Jazz have no excuse. The Wizards have no excuse because they have talent that they could win right now. The Bulls have Josh Giddey, Modest Buzelis, and Wet Essengay when he finally comes back.
Yeah, and I think this is a fan base who's been crying for their team to finally tank. Instead of sitting in the 10th or 9th or 10th seed being a play-in team every year, I think Bulls fans are excited to see them get a good draft pick and build around this young core they have of Giddey, Modest, you're right, Noah Essengay, and whatever draft pick they pick.
And I think Bulls fans would actually be willing to go to games now because they're trying to tank to get better. It's not like they're trying to play to get better, but they were bad. No, they were actively trying to tank to get better, and that showed this year with them trading away everybody.
Really, I will say Modest Buzelis is someone he's really you should be excited about. He's a very good player, and I think someone who's going very under the radar because how bad his team is. But I think Modest is, in my opinion, he is the star of this team. He is the face of this franchise.
I think
obviously Giddey got the money and he has the notoriety, but I really look at Modest Buzelis as the cream of the crop and the real piece of this future.
Alrighty, now for the fun part, because last week we did an overrated or underrated NFL edition. This week we are going to do. We did NBA last week. We're going to do the NFL today because now, and I'm not answering them. He's answering them. So first one, this is going to hit home with you. First one I have to ask you is Jordan Love, overrated or underrated?
So for me, this is a hard one because I see people ranking him as high as a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, and I just do not look at him as that. Right now, I think
Rate him top 5. He's overrated for sure.
I think he is a really good quarterback. He's top 10 in the NFL, but I think with how much he's a little overhyped, I have to say overrated. Just for the fact that we haven't seen him really show up in the biggest of moments. The only playoff win that has for his career was a terrible and awfully run Cowboys team who had Mike McCarthy as their head coach. So unless he can really get it done this year, I gotta say overrated. And he is my quarterback, and I hate saying that.
I don't know. It's definitely a little weird for Jordan Love because I could definitely hear both arguments. I could definitely hear underrated because there are people who are putting him in top 5 conversations, and I don't think he is. And then there are people who are saying he's not a franchise quarterback, which I totally disagree. He is a franchise quarterback. So in that aspect, he's underrated. But I think to the majority, I think he's properly rated because I think there are people who see he's good, but I do think those people also see that he's not top 5.
If you don't want to call him overrated, just stay off Packers Twitter. For some reason, they think he is Aaron Rodgers in his prime. I love Jordan Love. I love Aaron Rodgers. Jordan Love is just not Aaron Rodgers. He could be him, but he is a good franchise quarterback. He is not a top 5 guy.
Okay. Next one. You haven't seen the rest of the list, have you?
I have not seen it.
Next one. Adrian Peterson.
Oh, God. No, he's not overrated in any way. In my opinion, he's a top 5 running back of all time. There's no way he's overrated.
I think he's the greatest running back of all time.
But I can't say he's underrated at the same time because no one is saying he is top 10. They're all saying, hey, he's top 5 for sure. So I say he's definitely not overrated, but he's not underrated. He is perfectly rated.
Alrighty. I think he's the greatest running back of all time. So you can't be overrated if you're the greatest running back of all time. Next, we have Megatron. Calvin.
Oh my God. So God, this is tough as well. You've given me 3 NFC North players, 2 of them who've made my life hell. Once again, no way can he be overrated.
I mean, I think he's the GOAT. So
he is a top 10 receiver of all time. He's not the GOAT.
He is the greatest receiver of all time.
He is not overrated at any rate. In my opinion, he is the best NFC North receiver to ever play. And that includes guys like Randy Moss. Just having watched how you had to triple team him with safeties and linebackers just to have any kind of size, and he still handled them. He's the greatest NFC North receiver of all time, and he's a top 10 receiver of all time.
Oh, top 5. Now we're going to I just added 2. Well, I added 3. Randy Moss.
Overrated. I'm kidding.
I was going to say,
he's not overrated.
I actually think Randy Moss is the greatest receiver of all time. No BS. I think Randy Moss is the greatest receiver.
In my opinion, he is the second best NFC North receiver of all time, behind Megatron. But Randy Moss, come on, that man, he earned the title. Like, he gave us the name Moss. He's not overrated.
Okay, now we have T.O. Terrell Owens.
Insanely overrated. I think that people put him way higher than they should have.
Second greatest receiver of all time. Second all time in receiving yards and receiving touchdowns. And catches.
If you look at him from the standpoint of who he was as a player, yes. But if you look at him as overall as a football player, he was a locker room cancer. And I'm just sorry.
Spurs are divas.
I'm sorry. In my opinion, bless you, he's overrated.
I think he's underrated. I think he is.
I think he's vastly overrated.
Okay.
In my opinion, not on the level of Jerry Rice. He's not on the level of Megatron. Not on the level of Randy Moss. Not on the level of Chris Carter. Not on the level of a lot of... I think Justin Jefferson I would put over him.
No way. Okay, now we have the last guy added, Jerry Rice.
No way. He's not overrated.
He's so overrated. It's not even funny.
He's the greatest receiver of all time.
He's not.
Did you just add him here to piss Dad off?
He's not the greatest receiver of all time.
Did you just add him in to piss Dad off?
You give Calvin Johnson, Randy Moss, or T.O., Joe Montana, and Steve Young.
Was he even on the list before, or did you just add him?
No, I added him.
Right, let's move on to the actual list.
Okay, Emmitt Smith.
That's tough. I think I would say he's not overrated.
I think he's overrated.
He's a top 10 running back of all time. He's not the greatest running back of all time.
Yeah, because that's Adrian Peterson.
Earns that top 10.
It's Adrian Peterson.
If anyone's putting him top 5, that's overrated, but he is definitely top 10 for sure.
I mean, he's the all-time rushing leader, but when you play as a running back for 30 years, and he was...
You can't bash longevity because you are a massive Derrick Henry fan has nothing but longevity as a running back. So you cannot bash that.
Emmitt Smith is a 12-time Pro Bowler.
I understand. So you can't come at Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith has also never had a 2,000-yard season.
But you can't come at Emmitt Smith with longevity when Derrick Henry has the same longevity.
Okay, we have the epitome of this list.
But the longevity question, does that take away from LeBron?
No, it doesn't.
Then it can't take away from Emmitt Smith.
Okay, we have the epitome of this list next. 6-foot quarterback from the New Orleans Saints, number 9.
No, Drew Brees is not overrated. He earned his Hall of Fame nod. He is not overrated. He is a top 15 quarterback of all time.
Oh my god!
Man, Dad's going to have a field day with this episode.
Oh my god! No way in hell is Drew Brees not overrated. He has no MVPs. None. Rich Gannon has an MVP. Cam Newton has an MVP.
Bryce, Cam Newton's MVP was not earned. Was not deserved.
Are you kidding me? They went 15-1.
Tom Brady should have won that
They
year.
went 15-1. They went to the Super Bowl.
Look, if Cam Newton won an MVP, Drew Brees should have won.
Guess what? Drew Brees didn't. Cam Newton did.
And Drew Brees is a Hall of Famer, and Cam Newton.
Think about all of the quarterbacks in the Tom Brady era that won an MVP. You had Aaron Rodgers won 4 MVPs in the Tom Brady era. You had Peyton Manning winning 5 MVPs in the Tom Brady era. You had Cam Newton, Matt Ryan, Rich Gannon, Kurt Warner. You had Marshall Faulk winning an MVP. You had LaDainian Tomlinson winning an MVP. This is just players in general. Never once. Never once.
Overrated?
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger is overrated. I will say that.
Is Eli Manning overrated?
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely not. Okay.
MVPs. And Drew Brees has better stats.
Well, Eli is
Manning is wildly overrated.
Eli is the most important stat that matters. 2 Super Bowl MVPs against the GOAT.
Bryce, Eli is wildly overrated.
No. Next one, we have Steve Young.
Oh, yeah, I think he's overrated.
Last one, we have Cam Newton.
Overrated.
But I do want to do this because I kind of had a post today that went nuts on TikTok.
Hold on. Cam Newton, overrated, yes.
No. He's my second favorite quarterback of all time.
This is your
third favorite. He's not overrated. He's got an MVP. You can't be overrated and have an MVP.
Yes, you can. Rich Gannon has an MVP. There's a kicker who has an MVP.
Rich Gannon, the year he won MVP, led the league in passing touchdowns, passing yards, and went to the Super Bowl. And Rich Gannon won OPOY that year. But, okay, so I kind of had a post that blew up on TikTok relating to this because Eli Manning commented on a post from Dov Kleiman on who's the worst quarterback in this photo between Drew Brees, Brett Favre, John Elway, Matt Stafford, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, Kurt Warner, and Dan Marino. And then Eli said, I'm so happy I'm not in this photo. And I made a post saying that Eli is better than definitely 2 of these guys, maybe 4. So we're going to do this right now. Between all 10 of these guys, you're going to rank them right now. Eli Manning, Drew Brees, Brett Favre, John Elway, Matt Stafford, Ben Roethlisberger, Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana, Kurt Warner, and Dan Marino.
All right, this is going to have to be our last thing because it's almost 1.
All right, sounds good.
So I have to go, all right. Number 10, it's going to be Eli. Number 9, Ben.
He's got more Super Bowls than most guys on this list.
Number 8, John Elway.
He's got more Super Bowl MVPs than most guys on this list.
Number 7, Stafford. Number 6, Breeze. Number 5, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre has more MVPs than anybody on this
Number 4, did I say Stafford?
Well, except for one. Stafford, I don't know.
Stafford. 3, Marino. 2, Rodgers. 1, Montana.
The fact that Eli is 10 when he has more Super Bowl MVPs than everybody on this list.
Eli is one of the most overrated quarterbacks to ever play.
And somebody tried to talk to me. Somebody tried to tell me that I was ignoring the fact that Drew Brees has more playoff wins than Eli Manning. Eli Manning is 8-4 in the playoffs, including 2-0 in the Super Bowl, 7-2 on the road in the playoffs. Drew Brees only has 1 more playoff win in 6 more games. So who's the actual playoff loser? The guy who's 8-4 or the guy who's 9-9? And the guy who's 8-4 is 7-2 on the road, including 2-0 in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, with 2 Super Bowl MVPs. Alrighty.
All right, so you just made this part so you can bash on Drew Brees.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's just a Drew Brees bash fest. I think the whole world should actually participate in the Drew Brees bash fest. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode. If you liked it, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, we'll see you guys next time. Peace. Hold on, this is the